If you are entering our department as an undergraduate psychology major, your first contact may be with Mrs. Laura Lamb, advisor extraordinaire and avid marathon runner. Mrs. Lamb not only handles advising for all BA and BS majors in psychology, but teaches a variety of courses, including introductory psychology, learning theories, and developmental psychology. With 5 kids, including 2 from Ghana, and almost 300 student advisees, she is always on the go. Once you have begun your classes, you will receive instruction from a number of different professors as we work together to provide you a solid education. Most of the faculty members of this department teach both graduate and undergraduate students. In addition to Mrs. Lamb, 2 other instructors specialize in undergraduate courses. Dr. Eric Stocks is a social psychologist and the director of the Social Motivations and Emotions Laboratories. His lab specializes in studies of empathy and other prosocial behaviors. He teaches courses in social psychology and research methods and also acts as a research consultant for the Office of Sponsored Research. As a relatively new husband and father, he's a busy guy. Dr. Shelley Marmion is an experimental psychologist with specializations in statistics, cognitive psychology, and diversity. She is using her artistic side in putting together this video introduction to the department. When she is not gardening or pursuing the arts, she is the Associate Chair of Undergraduate Programs in Psychology. If you are entering as a graduate student, your first contact is likely to be Dr. Rosemary Barquet, who works ceaselessly to get all qualified students safely enrolled into one of our several graduate programs. She is a counseling psychologist who teaches counseling skills to graduate students and offers very popular courses in love relationships to both grads and undergrads. She loves nurturing, growing things, kayaking, and stand-up paddleboarding. The Associate Chair of Graduate Programs is Dr. Dennis Combs. A clinical psychologist, he is also the director of the Psychotic Disorders Research Laboratory and focuses his research on enhancing the social skills of persons receiving treatment for schizophrenia. He teaches psychopathology and other clinically oriented courses. He shares an interest in baseball with 2 young sons. Another clinical psychologist, Dr. Andrew Schmidt, specializes in neuropsychology. He teaches a variety of testing courses, physiological psychology, and abnormal psychology. His research interests include dementia, psychometrics, and neuropsychological assessment. An avid chess player, he and one of his 2 daughters frequently compete in chess tournaments as a team. Dr. Paula Lundberg-Love specializes in psychopharmacology and was formerly an organic chemist. She is a licensed professional counselor with expertise in the treatment of trauma victims and provides forensic consultation. She teaches courses in physiological psychology, psychopharmacology, behavioral neuroscience, and family violence. She has authored numerous chapters and 3 books which focus on women's mental health issues and the sexual abuse of women and children. Dr. Ron Livingston is our resident expert and published textbook author in psychometrics. He teaches tests and measurements, professional issues and ethics, and other courses in the school psychology degree program for which he is the advisor. His research interests include psychometrics and therapy with children and adolescents. He is an ex-drummer, amateur artist, and a doting father. Dr. Sarah Sass is a clinical psychologist who teaches cognitive behavioral therapy and applied therapy skills to graduate students and sometimes offers abnormal psychology to undergraduates. Her research team includes undergraduate and graduate students and is focused on mechanisms and treatment of anxiety and depression. In her research lab, they use psychophysiological methods such as EEG, event-related potentials, and heart rate, along with more traditional measures. She recently received her black belt in Taekwondo. Dr. Zheng No is a clinical psychologist who teaches a variety of courses, including health psychology, diversity, and IQ testing. Dr. No is engaged in the development of a comprehensive dementia neuropsychological battery for Vietnamese-speaking individuals. He is interested in the mental and behavioral health problems among refugees and immigrants. He, too, is the devoted father to a young son. Dr. Kirk Zink, LMFT, has provided counseling services to a multicultural population of clients in vastly different settings. His teaching activities include marital, couple, and family therapy courses, grief counseling, counseling practicum, and the supervision of counselors in training. His research interests include studying developmental transitions among midlife couples, use of photography in teaching and therapy, and the maintenance of hope among people with HIV/AIDS. Dr. Carl Witt is a counselor educator who recently joined our faculty as the acting coordinator of our school counseling program. He has worked as a school counselor, secondary classroom teacher, and is licensed for private practice and postmaster's supervision. His research interests include supervision, the intersection of counseling and technology, human growth and development, career counseling, and early college high schools. He and his wife, Dr. McNichols, are proud parents of a 1-year-old. Dr. Christine McNichols is a counselor educator with considerable experience with diverse populations and community training clinics. She is acting as coordinator of our training clinic housed at the Andrews Center as well as on campus and teaches graduate courses in applied counseling and internship. She is interested in creative and expressive therapies. She and her husband, Dr. Witt, are proud parents of a 1-year-old. In addition to the full-time faculty described above, there is a fairly large number of devoted adjunct instructors who help us meet our course needs each semester. Thanks to their efforts, we can offer coursework on a more frequent basis than might otherwise be the case. You may also be receiving tutoring and other instructional support from our cadre of graduate student assistants who help our courses and labs run smoothly. You will probably also get to know Ms. Linda Speed, Administrative Assistant to the department. Ms. Speed is the hub of the department and is essential to its smooth operations as she handles the needs of students, faculty, and the administration. In her leisure time, she enjoys painting, singing in the church choir, and spending time with her grandchildren. The leader of this whole group is Dr. Chuck Barkay, a counseling psychologist, coordinator of our clinical mental health counseling graduate program, and our department chair. In addition to juggling the needs of a large and varied faculty and numerous degree programs, he offers courses in counseling theory, advanced statistics, and couples and marriage therapy courses. His spare time is spent tending to a lake cottage and enjoying there a variety of water recreations. So that's it, at least for the moment. We are beginning a search for 3 new faculty members in the coming year as we strive always to offer an excellent educational experience to all our students. Welcome to our degree programs. We wish you great success and eventually a fulfilling career using your psychology or counseling education.